Alright guys, today we're gonna do a little bit of maintenance on this 5060, 3090 Ti. Yeah, thanks to NVIDIA, the AI generated frame, all that crazy jazz. They have downgraded this particular GPU to 5060 equivalent, I suppose. The 4070. As they said, is equivalent to a 4090 after AI generation. So I guess after AI, the 3090 Ti has now become a 5060. But anyways, bitterness aside, or marketing aside, I am gonna do a little fan change on this GPU. Like always, I have purchased all of these fans from AliExpress, and they typically come with pretty good quality. There are a couple times that the fan came in and they're just dead on arrival, but other than that, I'm pretty happy buying replacement parts on AliExpress. They're just cheaper compared to elsewhere. So let's go ahead and we're gonna start try and swap out the fans. In this video, I don't think I'm gonna try to swap out, or at least change the thermal pads on this particular GPU. The temperature, everything seems to be fine, and the thermal pads, I don't have replacement for them. And if I do end up taking it apart and the if the thermal pads gets ripped, I have no replacement, so I am not gonna try to take it apart completely today, just the fans today. So just like the previous fan replacement, I'm gonna actually this time doing the opposite, because I'm not taking everything apart. So I'm gonna actually just try to pop out these fans from its original shroud and see if I can do it without taking everything apart. But from the hindsight, it feels like I need to take off at least this plastic bit over on the cooler, and I am gonna just investigate as we go along and how to take that apart. So let's begin. So like always, I do have a backup screwdriver, which is have a smaller neck compared to the LTT screwdriver, because this wouldn't fit in between the fans straight enough for me to get a good torque on the screws. So I'm gonna end up resorting using this instead. So there are a few screws you have to take it apart. And like always, I have never taken it apart before, so this is gonna be a exploratory video where I am basically just figuring out as I go, so you guys can come along with the ride. And we have another one over here. So these screws are all the same, so you don't have to worry about how they're oriented. So you can pop them off. You can technically already pop them off like so already, but it looks like I need to take the plastic bits off. Now I am slowly looking at where I where the plastic bits are, or plastic shell is being mounted. And I hope at the very end of this particular endeavor, it could just pop off right away, because maybe it's somewhat screwed in together. I do see there's a screw there is holding the top portion of the plastic bits, and trying to find where that screw is. Alrighty, so the fan are totally off. We have one screw on top, a few more on the side. So the fans are totally loose. Now I can feel the top portion of this plastic is loose. And I think they're just kind of clip into place. And there is a screw here that looks like it's going through the PCB and screwed into the plastic shell. I'm going to put this one aside. Does it kind of, so it's kind of loose there. It also looks like there's a screw there that's also connecting the plastic bits. Put that screw there. And I got most of it all off from the front. Now, as to the back, it looks like I have to take these off, but they're a different type of screw. They're little tiny hex screws. See if I have a bit for that. So let's see what we can do. These are quite stiff to pull out. I'm not using a hex, but I'm using a security bit that hopefully the camera can capture. But it will do the job. It's not gonna get like crazy torqued or anything like that. So gonna loosen that. I'm gonna put those screws aside. I hope this will be a much shorter video compared to last time, because we're not doing any sort of thermal compound change or anything like that on this particular GPU. And to EVGA's credit, their 3090 Ti design is miles better than their 3090, and we do have it off now. Now, if you look at the fan, I'm gonna kind of pop them over. So this one is the blue connector. It is all color coded, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them out. You know what? I'm gonna loosen everything. Loose everything. And we'll flip it over to get an easier access to the connector. So we're gonna lift it up. So this, you have to be careful, that's connected to a RGB connector. And over here, zoom in a little bit there, and we can pop these off one by one. They're always a pain to pull out, especially these very clip ones where you may or may not have the finger strength to pull it out. Now, the original one pulled out, and compared to the one I bought, they're looks like the exact same fan, or even the same brand. Sorry about that, guys. These are the fans. Hopefully focus. Yeah, as you can tell, they're same brand of fans. So I'm pretty comfortable to put the new fans right in. And we're gonna pull this one out, put that aside, and pull the last one out. And pop it right out. All right. So I'll come back out, zoom out a little bit, so you guys can focus and see. There. So for me, I like to do kind of like first in, last out type of installation, just because of how cable management should work. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of maintenance. As you can see, it's not that crazy dirty. It's not too much of dirt or grime, but we are gonna need to run this cable along. Not sure if that needs to come down, but along the side. Now, from what I see here, I do need to pull some slack, giving it some slack first. And we're just gonna connect the connector to the header first, because the longest runs always require the most tinkering, and that's why I like to do the longest run first. So we're gonna do this one, straighten out the cable. Hopefully the cable is long enough. So there's one problem with this particular fan, or the replacement fan, is that the cable length are just tack shorter. So I do see what I need to do to make it fit. So what I'm gonna do is give it a more, so really this is more of a manufacturer type of problem. It's not dead on arrival. Obviously these guys are selling them for cheap, and they're probably not really tested for this type of install. But the cable length should be still be enough. I just have to so mind you, when you purchase these are actually used for multiple type of GPU, including their 3070s, 3080s, 3090s, and 3090 Ti's. So their cooler size, their cooler thickness might be different compared to one version over another. So this, if you were using it on, let's say 3070 or 3080, you might not run into these type of issues. So I am gonna just basically take not use this particular hook. I'm just gonna bypass it, and that should give me enough slack. So let's see. We're gonna pop the fan in first to the black connector, and then I'm gonna pull the fan cable along with all the rails. And now I have enough slack. So what I'm gonna do right now is to secure, oh sorry, wrong bit. Secure the fan right away so it's not flopping around. So like I always do, I don't tighten the screws right away. I will loosely connect or mount the fan on to its mounting points. And once you have all three, or in this case all four, kind of all screwed in, and then you could tighten it on the very last bit, because even now the fan is not lining up. So there we go, the last fan screw is in. I'm gonna tighten it. one last bit of torque down. Alright, so once I have torqued everything down, now you have to just do a tiny bit of cable management. So everything is kind of on the rail. Now we can move on to the second fan. Now, the second fan in this case would be this color. And then as you can see, the replacement fan also come with the same color, but you could tell that cables yet is still shorter than the one I'm taking out. So when you do this, you do the same thing, or I'll do the same thing, is to run the connector first. Plug it in, and then we're gonna adjust the position where we want the fan to be. And in this case, we're gonna hook it into this hook right here. So you just need to hook up like 2 hooks and then pull the slack out and then put the 4 screws in. It is unfortunate the cable length aren't in exactly that what you need it as the factory, but with just a little bit of massage, you should be able to get them in no problem. And yeah, every single fan required to have 4 screws. So now we have all 4 in. We're gonna torque them down. And last but not least, the last fan, which is the blue guy here. And we'll do the same thing. We'll run the connector first. So this is a shorter cable, so you're gonna need to be a little bit gentle and careful, and if not, use a little plier or something to help you, because I know not everybody have short fingers or small fingers. So this one is gonna be the tightest because this cable, it is just slightly short than what I needed to run this properly. So I'm gonna pull it out from the hook. I'm gonna kind of stretch it a tiny bit just by take it out from this hook here. Just give it a massage. And what you could do, you can unwind it a couple times because these wires are twisted. And hopefully this will fit. It is very, very, very tight. It's just unfortunate. Now everything is up to spec. So I'm pretty lucky. I'm able to massage this cable length a little bit to make it fit, which is very fortunate for me. Now hopefully none of you guys are going to run into the same sort of trouble that I do. The fans are all in. Now we could put the shroud back on. Now be careful, the fans are already in place. So you don't want to break the fan blades as you're doing this. But let's see, where is it? Kind of things getting caught. All right, spin the fans, see if there's any interference. Nope. Okay, now we're gonna screw in our first bit of screw on top here, because those ones are the ones that I can easily do right now. And once you have done that, you can mount these ones. These you need to swap out the bits. And typically, if you look at the design of this particular cooler anyways, you're gonna see warranty stickers on back a lot of these GPUs. And was this way that you are actually not voiding their warranty, because you're not voiding the sticker. But I'm pretty sure in Canada and United States, the warranty sticker, I wouldn't say it's not legal or anything, but it they wouldn't necessarily really void your warranty in US or Canada by breaking the seal. But in my case, I don't have to break it. Why should I break it? Just one extra thing you don't have to worry about when you are doing this. Alright, so in the beginning over here, this black cable is actually routed in this hook, and I cannot do that because of the cable length. Now it's outside of that hook, but they are, you know, you could untwist this like the cable a little bit, so you can give it a little more slack, in many cases. But in my case, I don't have to. I can just leave it as it is, and it's not doing, like, it's not interfering with anything. So the last bit of screw that I have to put in are these two back ones that's holding the one with the back plate. And there you go. That ends the video on replacing the fans on a EVGA 3090 Ti, aka the 5060. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time.